Well, part 4 of our Endangered Indiana series this week takes us to Tippecanoe County, where we revisit Lafayette's 40-square block downtown that faces an uncertain future and, in some cases, demolition. Around Indiana reporter Mary-Rachel Redman joins us now in studio with more. Mary-Rachel.
Well, that's right, Gary. Lafayette's 40-square block downtown is considered one of the Midwest's most intact examples of 19th century urban development. But a bevy of new economic development projects is threatening the historic fabric of downtown Lafayette's unique neighborhoods, just like the National Register listed St. Mary Historic District's Falley-O'Gara-Pyke House. Most typically associate Lafayette with Purdue University, given its location just a mere 2 miles from campus. But the city of just over 72,000 has its own identity, with a downtown steeped in architectural history dating back over 150 years.
We haven't always done a great job of showing the rest of the state, hey, we've got this really intact 19th century core, walkable cobblestone alleys.
But demolition of Lafayette's historic downtown homes is rapidly increasing, like this Falley-O'Gara-Pyke House that was built in 1884.
The house currently threatened is an example of what's happened to many of the historic homes in this immediate area that have been acquired by the diocese and demolished for either parking or proposed expansion of St. Mary Cathedral.
Lafayette's Old City is a fabric. Think of it like a mosaic or tapestry. This is one of the more ornate tiles or threads in it. You'll notice there's tulips in the cornice. There's tulips carved on the stonework in the front, grapes at the base of the arch. And those are all really unique architectural features that you don't see built today. Even if we go around some of the other neighborhoods, they don't have this level of customized detailing on them. So losing this house would not just be a blow for the neighborhood, it would be a loss of craftsmanship, a piece of Lafayette's old history.
And this historic 19th century neighborhood also has special ties to Purdue University, where historic buildings like this one you see behind me housed fraternities and sororities through the early 20th century.
A lot of the fraternities were on this side of the river. West Lafayette did not have a lot of the infrastructure, the water, the gas that Lafayette had in the 19th century. In fact, in the 1880s, West Lafayette sought to be annexed by Lafayette to pay for that infrastructure, but Lafayette declined. You know, hindsight's 20/20 though. So that's kind of its relation to Purdue. A lot of the students in the early 20th century lived in neighborhoods like this. There was a lot of fraternities up this street, in that neighborhood down there.
And the Director of Economic Development for the City of Lafayette wants to use its rich architectural history as an economic driver for future projects.
We've used historic preservation as an economic development tool for some time. Our downtown has lots of historic structures, and it's been one of our greatest assets.
In a perfect world, Lafayette's Old City would be a protected historic district, and where we would be able to work with owners to find solutions that are feasible but sensitive. And that way, you know, as the city develops, as it grows, we're not doing it at the cost of our local history, architecture, and the unique thing that drew people in the first place.
A year later, the Falley-O'Gara-Pyke House is still in limbo. I talked to Tommy Kleckner of Indiana Landmarks this week. He told me he reached out to the diocese in January, but hasn't been able to set up a meeting to discuss the future of the Pyke House. One bright spot, though, since our visit last fall, a number of properties within the St. Mary's Historic District have been given local protection by the city of Lafayette. On a related note, since Indiana Landmarks debuted its 10 Most Endangered List in 1991, demolition has only claimed 19 of the nearly 150 sites that have made the list. That's close to a 90% success rate over 30 years. Not too shabby. Gary?
All right, great story.